Fried chicken. For me, it's a sometimes food. So if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do it properly. So it got me thinking, what's the best recipe for fried chicken at home? And then I thought, hang on, I know a guy. Morgan, good to see you, brother.
Good to be here, brother.
You well?
Really well, really well.
For me, when I think of fried chicken and chefs, you're the first person to come to mind, but tell the people, what's your history with fried chicken?
You know, being Polynesian, the dirty bird has always been a big part of our table, but especially, you know, going to church, after church, get the dirty bird, it's cold. I think in 2011, I went to work for Sean Brock in Charleston, South Carolina, and man, I went to Martha Lou's the first time, had a big piece of dark meat. After 2 years in Charleston, I went to work in 2 years in Nashville for as his head chef there in Nashville at Hasic.
Yep.
And that's where I really fell in love with Nashville hot chicken.
I also fell in love with Nashville hot chicken when I was there 2023, and we were just sharing stories about the famous Prince's.
Yeah, man. Prince's. It was,
what was your experience at Prince's?
I sat next to a window and there was a bullet hole next to it. So I was like, I only went there twice. And the other one was where we filmed with Mind of a Chef and with Sean and Eric Anderson, my mate Eric Anderson, and yeah, I ate sort of one flat of their chicken, and I think they really dialed it up that day for the film.
Miss Andre.
Yeah, Miss Andre. She really went to town with the spice, and everyone was like in the car park, like chugging milk, like trying to soothe their stomachs because they was getting like absolutely caned by the spices.
All right, so you've shown up with wings today. Is that your choice for cut of fried chicken?
I either like dark meat
or
wings, because I think wings, that skin to bone to meat ratio gives you that whole sort of experience of, because you're going to have fried chicken without skin. It's a bit sad.
It's a bit weird.
So I don't mind the tenders.
Yeah.
But if you want to have a real good session of fried chicken, wings I think is the best.
Cool. And this recipe we're running through today, we can adapt to tenders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
just be cooking time.
Yep.
Yeah, just be cooking time and brining time.
Speaking of that, we better get brining.
Yep.
What percentage of brine we're working with, brother?
I do 10%.
10%.
So
1.5 litres of water, 150 grams of salt.
Yep. Beautiful. And then you just obviously making sure that the salt's dissolved.
Yep.
You want to make sure that the chicken's having a good bath.
So it's properly covered.
Properly covered, yeah. But I think the idea of obviously brining any sort of protein is allowing the salt to inject itself through the fibers of the protein.
And it's actually seasoned in the middle.
It's actually seasoned in the middle. So then you're not getting this like beautiful seasoned piece of batter on the outside. Then you get sad chicken inside.
All right, let's get that in the fridge.
Yep, 2.5 hours.
Chicken is brining.
Yep.
Let's run through the steps.
Okay.
So next up, we need to make what you call flour daddy.
Yeah. So flour daddy is basically every single fried chicken restaurant in the South will have a flour daddy. So flour daddy is basically their recipe. One shop might like a bit more cardamom, some like a bit more bay leaf, one might a bit more spice. But personally, with my flour daddy, I don't put too much red spice in there because I'm adding spice later. But also, if I'm having a fried chicken party at home, if I'm putting heaps of red spice into my flour daddy, eventually the oil's going to go black, and then you're going to change the oil. So every shop has their own sort of recipe. Most people just use all-purpose flour. But later on down the track, I kind of figured out there was some sort of added advantage of adding some starches. So I did mess around trying to do a gluten-free fried chicken. Look, man, you just can't have it.
Okay.
You just can't have fried chicken. I mean, there is some like if you go to some Asian restaurants, they do it with potato starch, straight starch. That's just, for me, I think you kind of need that glue texture that you get from AP flour and the starches to create sort of this band, which creates a nice sort of housing batter.
Most people will do like 50-50-ish, or some people, especially an Asian fried chicken, flour to starch. What sort of percentage?
I'm going to do 50, 25. Yeah, so that is 50-50. But I do always really like rice flour and potato starch. You can use corn flour. Can use tapioca if you like, but I prefer those two. Those are my two preferred ones. Cool. So if you start doing the flours, and then I'm going to just sort of eyeball this, but there'll be a recipe. There'll be a recipe. And ideally, you kind of would want to do this the day before. We want some.
So we've got a teaspoon of ground coriander.
Bay leaf, about a teaspoon of bay leaf.
Teaspoon of ground bay leaf. If you can't find ground bay leaf, you just have to shove it, dried bay leaves in a grinder. About
half a teaspoon of ground sage. Smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. It's always been.
So do I.
Sweet paprika. That's kind of a nice one too. Onion powder there. We're gonna add some nutmeg.
Half a teaspoon.
about a half a teaspoon.
Smells good already.
Ginger, that's always cool.
Half a teaspoon.
And garlic powder.
Yeah. Americans love their garlic.
Yeah, they love garlic powder. And ground cardamom. I think this is like, so after that, you mix it up. And I don't put any salt or pepper in there. Yeah, just because I think you want to get the purity of those sort of items. Yeah, you've already got salt as well from the brine, so you don't want to over season.
Yep.
And obviously we're going to finish with some seasoning at the end as well. And like you said, if you like find a way that you want to add more of this and less of that, if you're not a massive fan of nutmeg, don't use it, you know. But ground bay leaf is something that I came upon just working in Nashville, and it's something that I'd never actually seen in a recipe before. So it was really cool to get it, and you get that really kind of really herbaceous flavor profile coming through that flour.
You can smell it already. It doesn't look like much, but wow, cool. All right. You've got a very technical technique to getting this on the wings.
Yeah, so what I usually use a bag.
Okay.
If you're doing it, depending on how, this is a small amount of chicken, so you can just do maybe grab like 4 pieces. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more flour on top. And then basically, you're just kind of like really working all those sort of areas.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna lay them out. We'll see here, for example, there's kind of sort of can more work with that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Kind of want to see no skin, exposed skin, you know what I mean? Like it's like, you're really gonna like use your hands and try to create these sort of like little pockets of, see here, these will all start crisping. Yeah. And this is the most important, I think this is kind of like the most important part if you're doing it at home.
Yeah.
Do this 3 hours before.
Yeah.
Leave them on the bench.
Yeah.
Let the sort of the static air temperature start leaching out the brine that starts accepting the gluten, and then you're going to have this incredible kind of like, it's like tacky glue.
Yeah.
And then when you go on the second time and you really work the glutens in there, you'll get this incredible sort of like, this will be like super crunchy. Yeah, cool. All the bits will be super crunchy. So this way, look how much minimal mess you're making. Like, there's not flour and stuff everywhere, and you just add more flour if you need to. It's super simple. I don't know why people don't fry chicken more.
The biggest barrier to a lot of people to frying food at home is knowing what to do with the oil once
you're
done with it. So let's answer the question. What do you do with the oil once you used it? There's a couple of solutions. You can, I've said this before, go make friends with your local bakery or restaurant and say, hey, Morgan bro, would you mind if I shove my old oil in your drum? And if they're a good person, they'll be like, sure, they don't care.
Yeah, they
literally don't care.
Yeah, man. If you got a lot of oil, Zoyce, my guy Zoyce will come pick it up for you. They're making money from it. So it's kind of like one of those things where you want to see it getting recycled in the right way, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. The other option is if you live in the country, go dig a hole in the back and throw it in the hole. Yeah. If you live in the city, then your local waste as well, your local tip, we call them here, we'll have waste oil disposals.
But I think, the first one, like go to a restaurant, hey man, I got 10 litres of oil, can I dump it in your thing? Most of the time, if you're a good person,
they'll be like, sure.
They'll be good.
They won't care. Doesn't cost them anything.
Doesn't cost us anything, you know. As long as you clean up after yourself, you'll be fine.
All right, let's have a tidy up. While we're waiting for those to hydrate, we'll go make the Marsala Dip, yeah?
Excellent.
All right, this video does not have a sponsor, but it does have an incredible cause that's really worth talking about. Water is something I've taken for granted my whole life, but 1 in 10 people don't have access to clean water, and this August, we're gonna change that forever. Together as Team Water, we're gonna crowdfund $40 million to give 2 million people access to clean water for decades to come. Just $1 gives one person clean water for an entire year. And our partner WaterAid ensures 100% goes direct to communities by providing and maintaining water filtration systems, rainwater harvesting, and solar-powered pumps. WaterAid works with local governments by providing systems that the locals own and operate. And your donation will unlock clean water for people all around the world. Legends, we've got 31 days to change the lives of millions. So head over to teamwater.org and donate today. All right, bro, this is the one part of the recipe that got me the most excited. So tell us about it. Yeah, and where did you figure this out?
So when I got the job at Hasic in Charleston, so we were doing a lot of barbecue and stuff. So we used to have smoked bacon fat from Benton's bacon. We used to get this Benton's bacon that used to go through our burger. Then we were using ghee or clarified butter.
Yep.
Pork lard.
Yep.
Fat you usually get from the deep fryer, from frying either chicken or just hot oil.
Yep.
And then just unsalted butter. So you have 5 different fats. Obviously, butter's represented twice, but it's 2 different applications. One's with the milk solid, one without.
Yeah.
And basically what you would have to make it a Marsala dip, which is quite strange because Marsala is obviously Indian spice trade. It came from the Indian traders of spice into Charleston through the slave traders as well. So you've got a massive, huge Indian population that's in Charleston. And then that sort of, all the spices sort of came into, through the Gullah people, that were the West Africans that came through on the slave trade, and their food came through. And then you had all that sort of introduction of spice through those two sort of civilizations. So Sean and I, my old boss Sean and I thought, man, we got all these different fats we were saving, tallow, all these sort of things. So we came up with this sort of 5-fat recipe. And this is, I only do this at home. I mean, to do this on a commercial level would be just
so expensive.
It's very expensive. So we'll start, actually we'll add that in last so it doesn't burn. So we'll go with the bacon fat.
Bacon fat. And equal quantities?
Yeah, about equal quantities. And this can, man, you can
play with it
whatever you want.
Ghee,
all in there. Some peanut oil, canola oil, whatever sort of oil you want to use. Yeah, so we're going to take that to about 178 or 375 Fahrenheit for the Americans.
178.
I mean, I was so into Fahrenheit for a long time.
I know, I hate it. And now the Australians criticise me because when I'm talking about barbecue, I talk in Fahrenheit, and they're like, "You're a Kiwi." Yes. But literally every recipe for barbecue is in Fahrenheit.
So the idea for us is to get this to 375 Fahrenheit, 178 Celsius. Then we'll add our spice and it'll start frothing, and then once it sort of kind of comes down a little bit, we'll add the butter, and that kind of gives, that'll give a kind of a really nice sort of rich velvety cloakiness, right? Sick. Again, man, like up to you, but we can just sort of like cayenne.
Tablespoon, I reckon that is, or maybe tablespoon
and a half. Smoked paprika, because we want that colour.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going to go a bit more with that one.
So we go
two tablespoons maybe? Yeah, 2 tablespoons. Onion powder, it's up to you if you want to add it, but I think it's something I've always done. Equal amounts, about a teaspoon of each, half a teaspoon of each.
Garlic powder.
MSG, the most important thing, Ajinomoto. I'm going to add a bit of that. So that's at least a tablespoon there. And then just your regular salt, you want to add 1 good heaped tablespoon.
Okay. So
there is your Marsala spice. Now, we're going to be adding this to our fried chicken before we add our spice.
Yeah,
so we're going two steps. So the first step is for us is to make a Marsala dip. Depending on what shop you're in, like a lot of like you would see guys grabbing like 5-6 wings and their fingers like dumping in the Marsala dip, shaking it off, and then hitting it with the spice all over, and that's what gives you that sort of spice level. This kind of coats it. So when you add the spice, you're going to get this really nice velvety sort of like flavor profile. You're not going to get this you're not going to choke on it. I've made this mistake many times. So just if we put it straight onto here, that's a good idea to take it off the heat, because once you're there, if it falls over, it's like it's not a really nice time. And that's going to leach out all our beautiful like oils. And then
the butter. So
this will.
Oh, it smells good.
And that's your 5-fat Marsala dip. Okay. That's all right.
She's on the edge.
This is shelf stable in the fridge. So once you use it, put it in the fridge. You can get up to a month is no problem at all. If you're going to use it again and you put it in the fridge, just heat it up slow. Don't heat up too, because you'll burn the spices will drop to the bottom, so you'll burn the spices then. So this is basically your spice oil that you're going to put on your fried chicken to allow your fried chicken to take the seasoning, take the spice seasoning. If you would add that, like I said, dry, it'd be just so on your throat. It wouldn't be that really nice, smooth, sort of luxurious.
And the smell, you can smell the lard and the bacon. It's really nice. All right, so we're going to make our
spice mix now, and we're going to do 2. Okay. We'll do 2. We'll do one kind of like really spicy, so we can get real excited.
We've found some of my secret stash of something that's very spicy.
Some death spice.
But we'll run through the less spicy ones.
So basically, for like a medium sort of spice, it's kind of like a vanilla ice spice.
It's not vanilla at all.
It's we would use. Essentially for our recipe would be onion powder, garlic powder, sweet paprika, smoked paprika, and a little bit of cayenne. Very small amount of cayenne, and a little bit of salt. And you make a little mess, and that's just going for your You want a bit of spice, but you're not too adventurous. We're going to go probably to really hot because we're not going to mess around, right? We're not going to go like a little hot thing. So you've got this def spice that you've found.
Yep.
And we're going to add some gochugaru, which is a beautiful Korean red pepper flake, which it's not necessarily
super spicy,
but like it's kind of like nice and mild.
I think the other thing is that with the gochugaru is the color. It's so
beautiful.
red.
Yeah, I know. You think it's like, oh man, why is this not hotter than what it is?
Yeah, it's like placebo though too, right? You see something that's like nuclear looking, you're like, it's going to be hot.
I think for the milder one, we're going to go a bit more of the smoky.
Yep.
1 heap, 2 spoons. And then this one we'll just do, that's going to be the igniter.
The spicer.
Igniter, that's igniter over there. Put this bad boy all in there.
Yep, thanks bro.
We're going to have, just do little, probably like a teaspoon of salt.
Yep.
If you want to crack some
white pepper
in there.
This is white pepper, not
chili powder. We're going to go real.
We're going to go aggressive with it?
No, I'm going to go light in there, but we're going to go okay in here. Okay. We'll go there. Sweet paprika gives us a bit more colour, bit of paprika flavour.
Cayenne's got an interesting spice flavour, doesn't it? It's quite different to...
It's very strong. It's very strong.
It gets bitter if you have too much of it.
Yeah, it is. So you that's why you got to make sure like you're not like getting too crazy with it, because then you obviously these things it's important to have a balance as well. Yeah. So for this one over here, we'll tear it up a little bit. Oh, okay, that's a bit too much. Got some onion powder, garlic powder, and this is just basically a level out. So
cool. So talk to us about working with Sean Brock's a chef I've looked up to for a long time. He's a bit of a legend. I ate at Dawn. Was it Dawn? Was that his new restaurant? No,
Audrey,
yeah. When I was in Nashville.
I'd sort of closed the restaurant that I opened up with my brother, and I thought, oh man, you know what? I kind of need to go and learn something different.
Yep.
We're going to transfer to these things. Sweet. And then, man, I wrote to Hasic.
Yep.
And I said, hey man, I'm living in Australia, I'm cooking in Australia, I really want to come and do a stage with you guys for a month. Sean was still kind of like on the sort of crescendo of starting to go up, you know what I mean? And man, every week there would be like these chefs coming in, and like Dave Chang was there, and we do this, it was just kind of a really good time to be there. He got invited to go cook in Brazil, so then he said, oh man, you should come with me because you speak Portuguese. And I said, yeah, okay, cool, okay. And then while I was there, he sort of saw me the skills of like being able to manage a team in another language, blah, 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 blah. I think for that first sort of year and a half, it was such a great sort of trajectory of being like in one of the most, at the time, it was one of the biggest sort of openings in America at the time. We, man, like Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Garth Brooks, all these guys come in like, I really like country music, so like it was kind of cool to be there at the same time. And then, it was like cooking food there and working with farms. It was a good time, but eventually it was time to come back. So I still keep in touch with him. He's a great chef, man, and I learned a lot. People talk about farm to table in Australia and New Zealand. It's like, man, it's a bit different. It's like actually farm to table.
Yeah, I love all the work he did on the grains and the rices.
The grain museum. Yeah, I remember one time I burnt this big tray in the wood fired oven. I burnt this tray of Brussels sprouts. And so my next day off, he made me go to the farm and work a whole day at the farm, and just so I would never burn them ever again. So, it was pretty crazy. But it was a good time, man. It was a really good time working there. Awesome, man. Come to the finale.
Let's go. We're good to go. So our oil's at 180. It's actually about 185. Yep. We're going to get this back in the flour and straight in the oil.
Yeah. So we're going to, look, for that amount, that sort of size pot, probably 3-4 max. Okay. And if you feel that, man, feel that. It's like glue.
Yeah.
Right? So you're basically now, your chance now is to really get right in there and just really work those.
And how long for wings in the oil?
I will, if you've got a constant sort of heat source, like electric fryer or something like that, probably 6.5. Okay. Depending on the size of the wings, 6.5 minutes is your minimum, or to 7 minutes. Yeah. We'll probably go 7 minutes here. So what I would do, double checking, it's all seen. You got all these incredible sort of crevices and stuff. So I'll just do one more sort of round. And then what I'll do while we put this in there, I'll get the next round and just leave it in the flour. Okay. So you're going to kind of like rotate it that way. And then obviously away from you. Safety first, you know. There's this thing called elastic cooking time, which is, there's a cooking temperature of 178 Celsius. Yep. As soon as the chicken goes in, it drops down. Yep. And it's all about getting your chicken back up to 178 so you can cook evenly. Okay. Otherwise, you'll find there'll be different cooking times because of that, because you haven't had the opportunity to get that fry back up to its...
So is it probably better in the domestic kitchen to start at like 200?
Yeah, and then let it come down.
Let it come down.
But no higher than 200. Okay. And then you're going to just kind of move them around.
Yeah. So if it's higher than 200, you're going to brown the outside
yeah,
first.
it's going to brown, and then it'll be still super raw on the side. So we're kind of just moving these around and then just making sure that they see. But while we're doing that, man, you just obviously got a timer on, 7 minutes.
All right, bro, last batch of wings are ready.
Yep.
So these are going to come out, and then we're going to hit them with the Marsala Dip.
And then the spice and seasoning. And then we're ready to eat.
Good, because I'm hungry. Should we start with the mild and then work our way to the hot, you think?
100%. When I had bells,
yep.
I would always season the chicken first.
Okay.
Just to get it thin, because you don't want to be really over seasoning at the end.
Okay.
And then we're going to grab our Marsala Dip, and you want to stir it. The sediment will always go to the bottom.
Yep.
And you just look at this, like, yeah, it's just so kind of that sort of richness. Now, seasoning wise, I'm going to hit it pretty hard.
Yep.
This is kind of mild, so it's like, you know, and you want to kind of like toss it around and hit it again, hit it on the other side. So you're going to go, like always, piece of paper, always a bit of the devil's white loaf. And then we will just go 1, 4's a good size.
Yeah. And
then in the style of, it's really traditional to always have that sort of pickle.
Yep.
So you can cool your pipes. And there you have it.
Morgie's 5 fat hot chicken. I feel privileged, brother. You don't cook this for many people.
No, man, I haven't cooked fried chicken in a long time.
I guess we've
really long time.
I told you I knew a guy. This is the guy, and he's made us put gloves on, and that's made me even more nervous. Morgan, thank you for coming, bro.
You're welcome.
I'm going to do the thank yous before I eat it, because I feel like once I eat that, you're not going to get much out of me.
I know.
But let's start with this one, eh?
Yeah. This is just your medium spice.
Okay.
Certainly the brine coming out is so cool.
Oh, it's so good. It's like seasoned really well, super juicy.
Super juicy.
Really well balanced.
Yeah.
Actually, like not spicy at all, is it? No.
I mean, this wouldn't even be a level in Nashville because they started hot, right? So.
Yeah, I can't get over how juicy and well seasoned it is, and I guess that's just the effort of going through the brining.
The brining, yeah.
It's so Moorish.
I know.
It's like.
I know.
I just want to eat 50 more.
I know. I'm not sure about the next one, but.
You reckon it's going to get us?
Maybe. I haven't had Nashville hot chicken since Howell's. Yeah. Howland hot chicken or something like that.
Yeah.
I actually went with Rene Redzepi, which was real funny because we were in the line and then someone noticed it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm nervous. You know, it's spicy, but it's not.
Yeah, I think that's a good level.
I think so too. Gloves was a smart idea.
Yeah. In case you want to visit the men's room afterwards, yeah. I've made that mistake before.
Okay, I'm a bit nervous about this part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we could have gone a bit harder on the chili.
I think so.
But it's still, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice burn.
It's coming a bit though.
Yeah, it's a creeper.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome, man.
Let the people know what you're. I sound like I'm Sean Evans. Let the people know what you're up to. This camera, this camera, this camera, this camera.
Man, you can catch me at our venues, you know. Surrey Hills.
Yep.
Bessie's Restaurant, Bar Alma's, cocktail bar, and then we've got Bar Copan, a little French-inspired wine bar.
Yep. And
then Vincenzo's, aka the old Bar Vincent.
Hot take. I'm not just saying it because Morgie's here right now. Bessie's is my favourite restaurant in Sydney right now. Just saying.
Bug sandwich.
Bug sandwich. And the cheeks, the Nashville cheeks.
I was going to bring some today, but I was going to bring some today.
Fish cheeks fried, Nashville style, delicious. Legend.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
brother. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, brother.